So, all right, now we gonna see. Now we gonna see what's happening. Steve, thank you very much for relaying all this information. I appreciate all of you coming through to help me work this out. I love Maldhound tech support streams. Willow, we need it. We need it. We need it. All right. Do you think Haliya, the rare mono white, could be a fun mono white commander? Lemons, I don't really think they could be fun. I think they're a very, very good engine in any other life gain deck or any other. Here, let's just straight into the fucking yapping. Hey, I brought y'all here. You helped me. I'm gonna help you now. We're gonna yap. We're gonna yap about commanders and how fucked up they are. So we're gonna look at new Haliya, and I'm gonna tell you why. Never ever, dude. Never. Not in the command zone. Okay. You can get a body pillow. You can put it in the 99. You can put it in all your Moxfield lists. Never in the command zone, dog. And here, this is why. This effect is like basically nothing. It's just it's a middling life gain effect in the command zone, and then a middling, the view's all kinds of fucked up. Is it not? What? Don't say that, Alec. It should just be like my head in front of the, like the preview I see is literally just my head and then the middle of Scryfall above. Like we can't get the same level of viewer. Listen, guys, all this vertical streaming we're doing, it's a trap to get people to Twitch or to YouTube. So if you see me on Instagram right now and you've laughed at any of my stuff, come to Twitch right now. Come to YouTube desktop right now. We're doing the, I can't see anything but your head in the card. That is the point. And I mean, and really that's all that's on the desktop screen for sure. But yeah, the vertical streams are going to be giving up like a lot of the space. Black Hole Beauty, thank you for the tier 1 sub for the 21 months, my friends. And World Oak, thank you for the prime. Welcome to the dog home. Okay, so let's go back to Haliya and why you just shouldn't play this bitch. What she gives is so milquetoast and generic that you can really easily get something more interesting in your command zone, and your deck can be filled with more than enough of these effects to do what you want Haliya to do. Like if you have Haliya in your deck, or if Haliya is your commander, it's straight up just like you're probably playing tokens, and you think she looks cool. You can build that as a commander. It's just never going to be, I just don't think it's going to be that heat. I think the only thing that could amount to this being spicy is if you had some type of, if you had like a hyper specific strategy that involved playing a lot of creatures, but those creatures were like dog shit, and your card draw was dog shit. You could use this as a counterweight commander, but as Sarad's saying, like, you are almost always going to be able to find other commanders that do it better. But she's great in the 99. There's just like, life gain is already such a weak strategy that if you have a life gain deck, your commander should capitalize on the life gain, not create it. We have a million ways to make life gain. We have like, I think 10 different auto includes that just make you life every turn really reliably. And so if you want a life gain deck to do anything, you want your commander to convert that life gain into ass beating. Or if you're Hope, you want to convert that life gain into mill. You want to convert that life gain into something that's going to do something to help you win the game. And like if you want card draw, white has, and if you're playing creatures in white, you are actually spoiled for card draw. Like this effect is crazy in 2005. In 2025, we have Caretaker's Talent, we have Decaja's Welcome, we have Benny Brax and the like 5 other token card draw things. Each end step would be crazy. Each end step, this would be like a fucked up white food deck. It would be all potato salads and mayonnaise. Okay, and then unpopular opinion. This goes into Boros, Energy, and Modern, so it can't be bad. I mean, Seal Cub, you're not You're not wrong. You're just not right. Why are we talking about mayonnaise? Because I said white food. Because she's white. And that's juxtaposed with the actual skin color of the character. Comedy. Fucking got him. What's up, Mondal? Ilyas, I'm doing good. This is my first stream with this many different services open at once. I'm currently playing around on my end, trying to figure out how I'm going to... Okay, I can make this... I'm trying to figure out how to make the windows small enough that I can manage the different chats. If I pop you out here... Instagram can go here. The YouTube chats can go here. So Devin, all the help I need is I just need you to tell me if this is at a legible audio. A problem I've had, I'm multi-streaming right now, and a problem I've had consistently is the YouTube streams are always, the volume is persistently so low that for people to hear me, they have to turn me up so high that an ad break threatens to blow out their fucking eardrums. Brandon, I'm gonna be at MagicCon Atlanta. I'm also gonna be at Gen Con for one day. This is why tomorrow's stream is canceled. That's why we're not doing any real streams. I actually don't think we're doing real streams until Sunday, you guys. I lied twice, both about not streaming till Friday and then the streams on Friday being real. We're going to Gen Con for one day. And so we are flying out tomorrow at noon. I think your Twitch streams are also chronically quiet. Is this any better? Because I did turn my overall audio up by a lot to try to fix the YouTube issue, and so it should be louder on Twitch as well. Burn J Alive, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. It's way better. Hell yes. Alec, you know, we might do that. It might just be later than normal. It depends a lot. It depends a lot. I need to check our flights on exactly when we get back, because I also think Z might have plans with Decked Out that day as well. On the topic of Edge of Eternities, please somebody explain like I'm 5, why is Frenzied Baloth so desirable? I get that it's a good beater, but holy shit, how is this thing more expensive than Corey Steelcutter from Wish or Ristic Study? I can't imagine it making a splash in Standard, and it doesn't even seem that great for Commander. Where is this guy getting played? Let me look. If I were to guess, I would say it's genuinely just because it's a rare, it's funny, and the set has been out for a very, very short time. Like there's a relatively low supply of it because it's a rare rather than like a common or uncommon. The set has been out like days, right? And so the price for anything that gets talked about on social media is always through the fucking roof right when a set comes out. But like, yeah, genuinely this thing, or actually, you know why it's playable in Commander? It's just the 5th copy of this. I think everybody who has a casual green deck is playing this over. Everybody cut a ramp spell. Everybody who has any type of green stompy deck cut 3 visits, cut Farseek, cut Nature's Lore, and they were just like, oh yeah, I'll slam this in so I can't get countered by James anymore. Fuck James. That's why. And then it's a rare. And so the supply being low right now pushes that price into the individual dollars range. I'm more a fan of the anti-fog effect on a body. That's pretty nice too if you play into a fog meta. Fog metas are so weird because like I've never had to play into one. And I see so many people that complain about like, fuck, my LGS found out about fogs. I haven't resolved combat damage in 5 years. Somebody please help. I'm going back for that rant now. If we're talking about life gain, I'd like to bring it to the other end of the spectrum. Can we talk about how life loss needs more support? Or at least more support to make it into a strategy that isn't just Rowan Storm, Rowan Big Glowy Hammer, or Wall of Blood moment deck. Okay, so you have asked for an impossible thing. Let's talk about why. I'm going to use... Nah, I'm not even going to give you the good grace of using Rowan as an example. Every time they have allowed you to turn life into something, always too good. Always too good. Rowan, at least, is a downstream benefit of paying life into something else. But, like, everything in this game where you can go, oh, I have life. What if I got to spend it on something for a benefit? Explosion noises immediately after. So they could, I'm sure they could and will play around with some things that are like, at the beginning of your end step, if you have lost X or more life this turn, you get a lollipop. I think they could do that and it wouldn't fuck shit up. Like a inverse Haliya at the beginning of your end step if you lost 3 or more life. And they did that with Y'shtola. So that was probably them testing the waters with like, how do we do this in a way that isn't chronically fucked up? That isn't just devastating and awful. But in general, it hasn't gotten more support because every time they give it support, it's like the equivalent of a catapult to the fucking sun. Spellbreaker, thank you for the 8 months in a row with Prime. Welcome back to the dog home. Mulder, we're going to see you draft EOE. I don't got the gems for this shit, my friend. I don't got the gems for that activity. If you're trying to put up the 5, oh, draft isn't even up yet, then you'll see it happen. I'll be doing my dailies in the background. Speaking of which, let's do some dailies. Red or green, white or blue playlands. I'm gonna show y'all the Mpreg Storm. I'm gonna bust out Mpreg Storm for a few minutes. I guess what I'm looking for is black market connections, just not as an upkeep trigger. So that's Necropotence. Is what that is. That's what you just said to me. You're a streamer. Can't you just ask WotC for gems? No, you cannot. They don't give a fuck. There's too many, like, they know that you're going to play anyway. So I could, they would very polite. They would not use these words. They would be very gentle with me. They would tell me to go fuck myself. If I was like, Cinder, I don't think they cut doing the content creator program. Hey, what's up, Hyder? I don't think they cut doing the content creator program. They do it for like early access. I have tried to get into that multiple times. I've never gotten in. At this point, I have taken the hint and I have just stopped asking. But I don't think they give, they're not really in the habit of like giving out gems and shit. They just don't move like that. Rant from Redder, physically cheating in Magic. I can't rant with the... Hi, baby. I don't got the deep rage for this one because I've never experienced it. Because I am playing in events that have like 0 or almost 0 stakes involved. I've always taken the approach of like, if you need to cheat at Magic to win this game, I'm going to assume that this win is so important to you that I'm not gonna get in the way. You need this more than I need this, dog. Go off. You did get that trigger. Zarfon, that is gonna be commissions via Ko-Fi. Yo, give me my fucking lands, dog. You passed in that situation? What is wrong with you? Alright, let's get researching. Haraki, I have actually played Legacy. I was a Death and Taxes player. when I was trying out Legacy. Give me Lightning Bolt. Oh, even better. Fuck your guy. Sick. Okay. So we did not run my thing into it. I have a chump blocker now. I can dump all these fuck-ass lands. Yeah, I love that. Death and Taxes. For my dumb brain, how does the command zone work in Arena Brawl? Just gonna try it for the first time, excited. Your commander just lives off to the side, and anytime it dies, the game will ask you, hey, do you want to take them back to the command zone? And you just say yes. You just say yes every time, and that shit works. That is fine. Oh, they have land tags too. Oh, that's so fucking funny. We're dueling land taxes. Okay, so everybody who sees me on YouTube vertical, we happy with the audio right now? Is anything clipping? Is anything like, is the audio awkwardly low? Oh no, they're commander. I'm booty fucked. And then YouTube desktop, my horizontal watchers, same question. Oh, nah, we done. Get out. Get the fuck out of my house, bro. Get the fuck out of my house. I swear to God, man. Don't mess with me like that. Don't mess with me. Rant from Whitebread. I've heard your thoughts on Kindred, but I'm wondering if you have more of a preference, tolerance for Kindreds that focus around a mechanic like zombies with reanimate or bats with discard, as opposed to dinos, dragons, humans who can do whatever. I mean, all of those Kindreds focus around a mechanic. It's just sometimes the mechanic is just, hey, what if I hit you? Yeah, I'm gonna try to trick you with this. So, no, I don't have a greater preference or tolerance. My stance is always and forever, the most interesting thing you can do with Kindred is break Kindred for a neat synergy piece. The mic audio is good, but the arena audio is cutting in and out. That is 100% my fault. I have to alt tab a bunch in order to I'm alt-tabbing a bunch in order to keep all the chat windows up. So I do have to figure out a better chat layout so that I don't have to keep fucking around with that.
Tell your story.
Yeah, that's all fine. Then we just chill. Hi there, why is Mald vertically oriented today? Is it bugging? Gaming, we have 2 different YouTube streams going. It has been impressed upon me by all of my friends who know streaming and all of the people who kind of work in like background management that I should be streaming to as many platforms as possible at once. No. How many cards does it make to make a Recon Bracelet 3? You mean a Precon bracket 3? For example, the Mardu FF Precon is relatively strong. If I throw in Kuda and a Misty and Elder, is it now bracket 3? That is a question that relies on just infinitely too many specific nuances to be able to say something as definite as like, you've played X good card, it's now bracket whatever. I have to kick that so fucking hard. I would just take away this thing, I think.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, fuck you. And I'll play this guy. Yeah, I mean, technically you could do it with a game changer. For a lot of the precons, it just depends on like how good is it. What precons struggle with the most is like wet noodling. Some precons, like the merfolk precon from Ixalan, the dinosaur precon from Ixalan, those are very good just out of the box of like pushing damage and making shit happen. Oh no, bro. Don't do that. Oh, that's crazy aggressive. Let's see. Yeah, you got it, brother. You got it, brother. Give me my lands, though. But I make this man piss. Okay.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
God, I love this deck. I love putting people in jail. Oh, borderless window setting. You are so much smarter than me. Holy shit. That's awful. Never mind. Okay, we can fix that on a different stream. How much mana? 4, 7, 8, 6. Got him. Got him, GG's, bitch. Yeah, Ben, thin mauled stream. We are, again, still live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube horizontal as well. Thomas Deneen, thank you for the $5 super chat. Do you play any Timeless or Pioneer on Arena Mauled? No, I typically don't play very much 60 card on Arena. I've tried Timeless a few times. I've tried a few like budget Timeless decks, and I've had an okay time. But Arena in general, I am like playing Brawl or I am drafting. But thank you very much, Thomas. I appreciate that support. What's up, Jackson? NGL, I was just doom scrolling reels and saw you were streaming. Thomas, was that an alert or did you or did it like come up through the scrolling? That's a genuinely important thing I'm trying to figure out for this. Well, I think fuck your guys, right? Like, I'm gonna just keep board wiping. I'm the devil, bro. Don't mess with me. Come on, boy. Recast your commander. Recast your commander. I'm gonna keep it coming. Why do you need audio guinea pigs? This is my first time streaming vertically, and YouTube has historically had a ton of audio issues. For me, it was scrolling. It came up to me through scrolling, and I switched to the better version. Perfection. Working exactly as planned. If I get to 4, I can... Oh, perfect. I'm the devil from the Bible. You cannot stop me. You cannot stop me. Recently got into Magic a couple weeks ago with the Pandalaza Precon you mentioned. Been having an absolute blast. Your content's been great to watch on my intro. Thank you, man, and thank you for coming by the stream. Oh boy. Mauled, what's your opinion on how oppressive Feather can be? I've given up trying to make her work in casual, and now she just comes out to slap people around in bracket 4, and it works great. Yeah, I don't even want to call it the problem with Feather, but I think one of the reasons Feather has such... Oh wait, they just lose. Hold on. Now you guys can actually see what's supposed to happen. Roper, what's Dono Wald? What's going on? Did I miss something? Ah. Mauled, am I going to turbo jail for making a hope deck? I gotta exile all these cards before I answer. Oh, no, no, no. I'm not roping. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Click. Click quickly. Click quickly. There we go.
Finally.
Alright, now you lose the game. Lightning bolt, you dumb motherfucker.
Discoveries are
You
around
dumb
every
son of a
corner.
bitch. Got him. Easy. Am I going to turbo jail for making a hope deck? The actual question is the build strategy of pile up cards and trim down to 100. Still valid deck building ethos. No! No, I don't even struggle to build to 100 just because I want flavor. When I am building decks, I struggle to even get to 100 cards because I am focused. I am tunneled in. I pick whatever thing I want to do, and then my minimum bar for we have achieved the thing I want to do, it is fucking high. It doesn't have to be flavor. It doesn't have to be flavor. It doesn't have to be like a silly little Kindred, but you have to pick your thing, and whether that is like good or just silly, it has to be that every single card. Like I will get to 90 in a commander deck with lands and gas out because I'm like everything remaining is dog shit. No, don't. I've seen people who build to like a pile of 200 non-lands and then begin cutting, and those decks always end up just looking like a pile of fucking bad chili. They look like Golden Corral chili. Coyote, thank you for the 50 bits. When Mald is building a deck, he looks at cards and says, how hard would I bully a chatter for putting this in a deck? Exactly. Exactly. Defcat, you stupid fool. YouTube stream is in both. There are currently 2 separate YouTube streams, one of which is in vertical format, where people are have been helping me make sure there's no audio problems, and another is in desktop format. You fool. You fool. Oh, right, the feather question, yeah. So Feather can't be casual, not because she's too good. Feather just doesn't want to be casual because a casual Feather is so incredibly weak. A Feather where you are focused on exploiting what Feather can do is phenomenal and fun. A Feather where you're like, oh, I'm playing in bracket 2 and I don't want to bully anyone. Like Feather is a nuclear missile. She wants to take out one player while protecting herself really, really well with Feather's ability and then move on to the next player. That's a play pattern that turbo casual players just don't like. They're okay with getting smacked around a little bit in the early game, but as soon as you say like, oh yeah, you, specifically you might die turn 4, everybody freaks out. And so even if she's not overpowered for the table as a whole, it's just way more enjoyable to go do that in bracket 3, bracket 4, where the gloves are off. I ended up on this channel because a friend always lets your videos play in the background while we play Commander, not regretting following his advice. Thank you, dog. I appreciate that. Yeah, Marty, Defcat and I actually did a stream together that I just got the supercut back from the editor about, that was taking different archetypes and placing them in the bracket system, not as a metric of like where do they belong power level wise, but where do you get to have the most fun with them. And so we're gonna be dropping a video with like a ton of how do you, like, where are you in bracket 3 jail, bracket 4 jail, just because, like, that's where the gas is. That's where all the juice is. Okay, we got gold. Can I could quick draft. Yeah, I'm unfortunately too broke and stupid to play this terrible, terrible format. Josh, I think Stax landed in bracket 4. The assessment was to do a full Stax deck. We made sure to clear the point of it's good to play individual Stax pieces in lower brackets, but if your entire deck is focused around staxing, You're better off in bracket 4 because it's just the archetype's too weak for CEDH right now. If you play Stax and CEDH, you just get blown out every fucking time. But you can do it in kind of like off meta CEDH. And then Spellbreaker with the personal question. To be real, have you done any EOE limited yet? How do you feel about it so far? It feels like a core set for complexity, but at modern power level IMO, I'm a fan. I am of two opinions. Okay, I'm of two opinions. Intellectually, when I reviewed the cards, I thought this is cool. When I reviewed the cards, I thought, oh, this is sick. When I watched the streamer event, I did not participate in it. When I watched the streamer event, that shit was ass. We are certainly going to draft it ourselves, and I'm going to draft enough of it that I'm confident that it's not just a skill issue. But when I watched other people play this, I was down on my hands and knees thanking God that I was not in the streamer event. It's the... like, it... yeah, maybe it might feel better as I learn what bombs are actually bombs, but every interaction I saw just made me sad. I saw a lot of shit that was just like, oh, here is this neat mechanic that's meant to interact with station, but it turns out because we gave this station support, that translates to the creature having power, which translates to them just beating the fuck out of you immediately. And so some archetypes certainly felt way better than others. It did seem interesting that control looked like it was like viable to draft. I saw multiple people drafting straight up control decks, like blue white counterspell bounce shit. Maul, do you have any recommendations for cool counterweight commanders? Not off the dome, because you need a strategy to counterweight. So you can't just recommend a commander and be like, here's your counterweight commander. You have to have a thing you want to do, and then we can go like, oh, here's an interesting other side of the pendulum. Also, Mr. Try Hardington, thank you for the Prime sub, my friend. Welcome to the dog home. DJ Rongo, I do show off my deck regularly on this stream, but probably not today. No legs, a counterweight commander, it's a term, I think the specific term counterweight commander got coined by Salubrious Snail. It just means my commander is filling in a hole in my deck strategy rather than being the foundation of it. So let's pretend there was a commander that said, when this creature enters, destroy 5 target permanents. Fucked up and broken, whatever. But if it said, whenever you play this creature, you get to blow up 5 permanents. The deck you build around that could be, oh, I flicker this as much as possible to maximize its effect. Or you could go, I'm going to play this totally different thing that's really bad at dealing with big problems, and then my commander is just all of my deck's removal. And I play it anytime I need to remove something. That's what a counterweight commander is it's doing a job the rest of your deck can't do to help support the 99, rather than the 99 being a machine that triggers your commander as much as possible. So an aggro deck might have a draw engine in the command zone. Yes, 100%. Drakeskin, I would love to play on the MTG app more if they had a proper commander format. Do you think the reason it doesn't is simply because of how long the games could take? I think it's partially how long the games could take. I think it's mostly how long the games could take, and then a little bit of it is how toxic everyone would be making the games take a super long time. Like, if you haven't played on Brawl before, Brawl is already a rope fest. It's already people timing you out left, right, and center. And when you start to involve multiple people and people who have to pass multiple rounds of priority in between each other, it gets nightmarish really goddamn fast. I'm sure it's in development because it's a huge audience that they're currently missing out on. Right? There's a huge number of people who are begging, hoping, and wishing to get a true 4-player commander on an easy mobile app. It's just probably gonna be like a fucking nightmare. Because if they don't like import the bracket system into their commander matchmaking, Brawl is just a salt fest. Like, no one, like, you cannot play Brawl with a casual mess around deck unless you are cool going 0% win rate for your entire life. There's also a ton of like scoop at instant speed and how do you code the system to deal with that. Yeah, Kirstro, we stream. Well, now I guess I stream everywhere. We're currently, hello Donkey Juice, welcome to the stream. Troll, thank you for the follow. We're currently live on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube vertically, and YouTube horizontally. Commander on mobile would deadass kill my phone battery. Dude, I'm sure it would. Kyle, we're in shorts mode just to test if it's possible. I want to try to abduct people who are doom scrolling and funnel them towards my Twitch channel, which is greedy as fuck, but the hope is that I will be entertaining enough and my dulcet tones will be enrapturing enough that you enjoy listening to me more than you enjoy doom scrolling. Doesn't Brawl have a queue system with the cards? Hidemi-chan, Brawl has a hidden point system to background track MMR, but I think anyone who has played Brawl knows that it works kind of. It works kind of. It's not totally ineffective. It prevents you from having to play against combo decks when you're playing against jank decks for the most part. But it cannot, no automated system Arena could ever implement could balance pods to the level that the average LGS goer is expecting. Hell yeah, Lifeblood, thank you for the follow, welcome to the stream. Personal question from War Chimera. Hey Maldhound, what's your favorite dessert? Cheesecake. And Furious Oatmeal, thank you for the 100 bits. My friend and I played Two-Headed Giant pre-release this past weekend. We won our third game in 4 minutes by milling one of the opponents for 31. Space-time anomaly is really funny on curve. That's fucked up. Can anyone hear this, guys? Stifey, no. No, I changed so much. Don't tell me you can't hear me, bro. Listen to my voice. Come closer. Follow the sound of my voice. Everyone else has told me that the audio thing was fixed. Don't say that to me. Twitch is always Twitch this is the only time you guys don't matter, because the Twitch volume has always been good. All right, the Twitch volume has always been good. Cheesecake, such a basic ass answer. It's good, Redder. I don't know, do you like shoes? You unimaginative bitch? What, do you sleep on a bed? Like some sort of fucking basic ass loser? Dumbass, I bet you wear clothes. Okay, everyone else is fine. Stifey's just rage baiting me. You want to funnel people away from doom scrolling and towards boom scrolling, a new therapy technique where you storm at them until their will to live gets an integer underflow error and they go back to being happy. That's what my Boros Planeswalker control deck is on Brawl. I want you to have such a bad time playing against me in Brawl that you log out, go back to your shit life, and look at it with a new lease. New eyeballs. You're like, holy shit, this is not as bad as that fucking elephant deck. It is gonna be okay. It's my fudge coconut cheesecake, to be specific. Yes, it is. Everybody say hi to Z, my girlfriend, who is in the other room. Maul, you got me doom scrolling? It's working. Okay. I think the only thing we need to fix is I need to manage Instagram chat better, because I have let Sparrow Song, if you're still here, howdy. I have left Instagram chat mostly fallow. Their window, the Instagram chat window has to be so fucking obnoxiously big, and so it blocks out everybody else. Hey, what's up, Dexter? Do you have a deck list for that Boros control deck? Ladder, I don't have it posted anywhere because it's genuinely, it's not even that good. This is, this Brawl deck is straight up just me going like, how do I pack enough removal in to ult this Planeswalker? How in God's name am I going to be able to ult a Planeswalker? And the answer is I explode everything. I have a cold ass take. I don't think Voltron is a bad archetype. I just think people pick bad commanders to try in Voltron or don't know how to play. I think Earl is a great example of a Voltron commander that checks all the right boxes. Either that or my pod is just bad. Your pod is just bad. Voltron is extremely bad, but it's not like everybody talks about whether archetypes are good or bad in the context of like Dragon Ball Z power rating. Like there's some number you can assign it. Stuff in Magic is bad in the same context as rock, paper, scissors. Voltron is bad because there's an extremely large number of extremely relevant and cheap things that remove your commander or fuck them over forever. If people are playing those, you just crumble. You just do. If people aren't playing those, either because they're not in the deck or they don't mulligan for that removal against your Voltron thing, then you're like, holy shit, I'm a little bit crazy if you put 15 swords into my hand. And the rebuttal that every Voltron player does is, no, I'm different. I run protection pieces. They all do. All of you do. That doesn't change it. Like, no matter what protection you are running, Voltron is still extremely vulnerable to edicts. It is extremely vulnerable to getting just collateral damaged by a board wipe. At some point, you will try to tap out to do something, and you can just get your head exploded. And so it is bad. But it's not bad because it's weak. It's bad because it's fragile. It's extremely interruptible. You are... Oh, shit. My fault. My apologies. Go. And see, Earl comes with hexproof to begin with. This is the beginning of you going, yeah, but my commander's protected, so it's different. Earl comes with hexproof to begin with. Enchantress is also great for card draw, and I can tutor the pieces that deal damage to everyone all at once. All of which means nothing if Earl gets edicted. Like, this is... Again, it's you are attempting to assign a discrete power level to something that exists in one of those like Pokemon stat star charts. Like Earl is, yeah, he's hexproof. Yeah, you can do card draw Enchantress. Your commander's still super fucking expensive. If you drop Earl and somebody casts Soul Shatter, which is one of the most playable edicts in the entire game, you get pretty fucking cooked. You cast Earl and then somebody farewells all modes, you get pretty fucking cooked. Like there's a million things that can go wrong. God, I think I'm getting rid of... Oh, I'm getting rid of Play with Fire, for sure. No! That's why landfall is so good, because interrupting land loops is super hard, I suppose. Troll, that is an example of why landfall is typically so resilient. I did not realize they had a planeswalker on the fucking command zone, dog. Get me out of here. These bitches. Because all the landfall effects in this game, cheap, plentiful, extremely difficult to interrupt the value loop, which is the exact opposite of Voltron decks. Like, Naraki, I think for anyone who ever believes that they have, like, the secret line on a strategy that is good, and they're like, oh, is this good, or is my pod just, like, fucking terrible? The answer is always, can you play it in CEDH? If you can't, it's not actually good. You might be maneuvering it well enough to outperform how it should in lower power games, but if we're talking about anything that's not CEDH viable, we're talking about different flavors of bad. Does Voltron encourage you to engage more with table politics? Yes, but most people engage with them badly. Voltron does incentivize you much more than other strategies to communicate actively with your table and tell them, like, hey, don't fuck with me because I'm not gonna fuck with you. However, no Voltron player I've ever seen has done that. Mo, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Any thoughts on Life Gain Reanimator? Wizards has been printing neat pieces for it, like Celestine from 40k and Green-White Aerith. Certainly not good for higher brackets, but I wonder if it would be fun at bracket 2, which I generally struggle to enjoy. Yeah, I think it would. I think it's quite fun for that. I don't mean to say I have the secret TM, I just don't think it's as weak as most people say it is, because I find it weird how readily people scoff at Voltron. That's fair, Naraki. I think that is simply... I think that is just a natural consequence of you... Or, that's a natural consequence of whenever people are giving an opinion about something in Magic the Gathering being strong or weak, they are going to exaggerate how strong or weak that thing is by a factor of 17. When people are talking about, oh, this card is too good, or oh, this card is too bad, they're taking however big the difference actually is, and they're multiplying it by 10 minimum. And so I think that's just people going like, oh yeah, Voltron hasn't really been a problem for me, therefore it's the weakest piss baby archetype ever, and everyone who ever plays it is just a loser who doesn't understand Magic, when what they mean is Voltron's not that good. I think we might just get cooked here if I don't find... Oh, Shadow Spear is not... That's not sick. Oh, they still get to investigate? That blows. Yeah, I think we're just cooked this game. because we do not have appropriate exile removal for Yahenni. They still have a shitload of cards in hand too. If we draw Farewell, I think we can play the game. I guess I'll let Sushi. Because Sushi can slow down a little bit of the damage. And then I can exile the top 3 to dig for a board wipe. Well, just believe in yourself in the heart of the cards, Bubba. Okay. I'll believe that this 3-mana exile board wipe is definitely on top of my library. Does your deck do well into black decks? I feel like their easy access to sacrifice cards makes it really hard. It does fine into black. I would say the decks that this deck struggles into is anything that sticks something I have difficulty removing. That's just it. Because what this deck wants to do is not actually remove everything. What this deck wants to do is Ult Quintorius Camp, which requires me to have a graveyard full of low-cost red spells, and most of those are bad removal, or they are like card selection effects. And so pretty much all of the answers that I have in this deck, relatively weak. And I'm also just flooding like a bitch. Jesus, yeah, we just never get there. So if you can stick something like Yahenni or if you can stuff probably the first 2 removal spells I'm playing, because this deck is playing shit like Strangle's not the worst. 3 hits, way more stuff than you think. But I'm playing shit like Play with Fire. I'm playing, a lot of my removal is 1 or 2 mana red spell that deals 2 damage or 3 damage. So straight up, this deck, if it gets unlucky, can just fold into any deck that plays something with 4 toughness early. If you play something with 4 toughness by like turn 3, I'm sweating. Baked Mistakes, what decks do you recommend for new players going up against stronger decks like Urza? Got my ass handed to me the other day by an Urza deck, and I feel like it's put me back on my villain arc. Last time I lost that bad, I built a Haliya deck to compete with similar stronger decks, and all it did was just make me the turn 0 target. For new players, if you want to play against stronger decks, learn CEDH. If you are a new player and you are attempting to navigate, how do I beat this really strong deck while still staying in casual commander, you are going to wrap yourself in 18 different knots. It's going to be terrible. You're going to get just so many bad ideas and bad preconceptions about like what cards are fair, what's chill, what belongs in what bracket. If you're a new player and you regularly have to play against good decks, and you want an understanding of how to play against good decks and an understanding of what beats what, find a person or a community that can teach you competitive commander. That will calibrate things for you, and it will give you a way better understanding of the rock paper scissors nature of this game, and being like, okay, I'm playing into a combo deck, what beats a combo deck? Okay, I'm playing into like a mid-range deck, what beats a mid-range deck? Oh, okay, I'm playing into a stompy deck, what beats a stompy deck? It's everything. That is how you solve it. You can't. I am a firm advocate of never power creeping your own decks. I don't think it's worth doing. I think if you have a deck that, and you don't like how it is, and you don't like how it's performing, you are better off deconstructing it totally and rebuilding it with a new power target in mind, unless there are some extremely easy swaps. Unless you have like a glaring deficiency of, oh, I didn't bring any card draw engines and I always run out of cards. Or like, oh, I didn't bring any interaction and the Stompy player always plays a 10-10 who just kills me. Like, then yes, we can give you a few suggestions, deck will get better, great. But if you're like, oh, I'm playing my Saprolings deck, and I keep getting my shit pushed in by Urza, how can I make my Saprolings deck bracket 4? New deck is how. New deck is how. I think the best way to get into CEDH is to run commanders that have access to draw or ramp in the command zone. I should get the extremely loud incorrect buzzer for things like this. If you want to get into CEDH, you net deck a CEDH list. That is the beginning, the middle, and the end of that discussion. That's it. Everybody wants to feel like the world's smartest little deck builder. Here's how you're going to build your first CEDH deck. You're going to go to edhtop16.com. You are going to look through this list of high performers, pick one, and pull that deck list out of Moxfield. Oh, this is top deck and not Moxfield, which is gross as fuck. But you are ripping deck lists from here, because these are proven deck lists that will work, that you can learn from and iterate upon. Hell yeah, Bone Lord. Have you seen there's a Noctis CEDH deck with 16 fucking lands? I have not. Kaiser Crab, remember your sacrifice versus aristocrats discussion. Would you say Genova is the former or latter? I feel like it's sacrifice. Genova is certainly what you make it. It has a sacrifice-based ability. You could 100... It's Golgari, and so you could go either way. I don't think the commander dedicates you to one plan over the other, or is like, this is a I'm sacrifice. I'm not aristocrats. Alright, Troll's saying, a lot of those decks have access to card draw or ramp in the command zone or ways to dig, just saying. You are correct, but there is a distinct difference between saying, if I want to get into CEDH, and I've not done it before, I should pick a commander with this broad quality, versus I should pick from a list of proven decks. All of the commanders will have this broad quality, but building for CEDH is so different than building for anything else in this game. It's extremely different than building for casual. It's extremely different than building for 60 card. If you try to jump into that just going, oh, I need to ramp in the command zone, like you're gonna get, like somebody's gonna pull up to the CEDH game with like a Stelvala deck that thinks Galta is their win con and not infinite mana Finale of Devastation. I think you are 100% correct about, like, once you are comfortable with CEDH and you want to try to build your own CEDH deck, those are the qualities you want to look for. Also, Julio Castillo, thank you for the $2 super chat on YouTube Vertical. Mald, how do you feel about Wandering Minstrel Town decks? Egregiously bad. First of all. Wandering Minstrel, funny enough, is CEDH viable, because lands coming in untapped is fucked up. But if you're just doing like, I'm town maxing, if you win, you earned it. That's all I have to say about that. If you win, you fucking earned it. New guy, no edging today. I'm simply too broke. I have no arena gems. This was mostly just a test stream for running all of these concurrent live streams at once. And so we're probably going to end it here, actually, because this has been successful, and I've certainly let it run too long for my own enjoyment. So everybody on Instagram, thank you for joining us. If you want to see more streams, please come over and follow me on twitch.tv/maldhound, twitch.tv/maldhound. I'll be live again this weekend, and I think Instagram streams are going to be a new thing in general. But we're going to be done for today, and there's no rating. That blue one, you are not mistaken. You are not mistaken. One of the things I was testing about today is I changed a shitload of my audio effects to try to deal with an issue where the stream was way too soft on YouTube. Like way, way too soft. Like people either couldn't hear me or they turned up the stream so loud that their eardrums exploded. And so that was one of the things we were trying to fix today. So it should be very loud, very nice. YouTube, that's also going to be it for us. Twitch, we'll raid out to somebody. Thank you all for coming by. Thank you all for coming by and helping Guinea Pig all of this shit. The next real stream is going to be Sunday. Z and I are going out to Gen Con tomorrow, and we don't fly back until Friday. There may be a surprise stream on Friday. Almost certainly not. So YouTube, that's going to be it for us. Twitch, we'll find somebody to raid. Hey, thank you, Chris. Okay, I'm going to hit this end